Hey, what's going on, everybody? Justin here with my good friend
Tim, hey, good. Good to see you again.
Alright, so he's been putting out some content on the channel a little bit recently. He did a video on some getting started with Arthurian literature. I'll put it up in the corner there if you're interested in Arthuriana, right?
Yeah.
You got some more content maybe coming.
Some great ideas in the comments. So. Yeah.
So, anyways, I had to sell my soul here to provide you all with this content. I was willing to do that for you guys. So, in exchange for Arthurian content, he said I had to read historical fiction.
Was that hard to drag those words out? Yeah.
So
I actually don't mind historical fiction at all.
I maybe in school I read some, but I don't think I've ever read one as willingly as an adult.
Yeah, well, a lot of modern Arthuriana is historical fiction, just by its nature. Some of it's fantasy, of course, as well. Arthuriana has always had that kind of underlying current of the fantastical journeys into fairyland and that kind of thing. That said, we are doing a more classically historical fiction piece this time.
I tried fantasy for like OG fans of the channel. You might remember when my channel name was Triumphs of History and Fantasy.
Yeah,
because that just, like I said, that just rolls off the tongue. So nice. But anyway, so what we decided is we'll try some buddy reads, I guess. I don't know how exactly this is going to work, but he's going to pick 1 month of like historical fiction, and then you guys are going to help me decide like either a science like nature book or a history book.
So you can determine what to inflict on me in retribution for this, which is The Winter King by Bernard Cornwell. I read it many years ago, probably more than I want to admit. It seemed good at the time. We'll see if it holds up.
It's what, mid-90s, I think?
Yeah, mid-90s or so.
Well, there's a TV show now on it.
Is there really? Okay. I didn't know that, actually.
Oh, I thought that's why you picked this one.
No.
There's like a season of...
Oh, that's right. There was one. Yeah, I watched the first episode of that. I can't recommend it, I have to admit. It's not very good. It's one of those where Hollywood decided in their infinite wisdom, we're going to pay a whole lot of money for this property and then not adapt it in anything other than name. So,
Gotcha.
From my recollections, anyway.
Well, I know Cornwell is pretty well regarded. He's got like the Sharps trilogy. He's got this one. He's got like, I think 2 or 3 other ones.
Yeah.
I know he did write one work of nonfiction on like the 500th anniversary of Waterloo, in kind of conjunction with like the Sharp stuff.
Yeah, he's a pretty big name in especially military historical fiction. So yeah, we'll see what he does with Arthur. It'll be interesting to revisit for me because the first time I read it,
this will be kind of a cool like Dark Ages thing.
Yeah, kind of get back into that, and of course you know a great deal about the period anyway. So
I know some stuff on the Dark Ages.
Yeah,
want to be taking notes.
He says well, but he actually does quite a bit.
We got the Barbarian West, 400 to 1,000, Barbarians to Angels, Everyday Life of the Barbarians. I don't have any on Anglo-Saxons. Mark Morris is like, I think, the big name in Anglo-Saxon, like, non-fiction history off the top.
Yeah.
So I do have some on, what do we got here? The Ostrogoths and the Franks, though. It's got to be pretty comparable, I would think.
I'd imagine. Yeah, so
for like 500 CE, roughly. It's like the Arthurian era, right?
Roughly, anyway, in as much as we know anything about what the Arthurian era. But the idea with this one, which wasn't a TV show actually.
No, I really did think that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a reasonable assumption. Was that I would approach it from the Arthurian angle, he would approach it from the historical angle, and we might be able to commentate on both sides of it.
Yeah. So hopefully there'll be like a decent video, maybe at the end of July.
Yeah.
But like I said, give me some comments on some retribution here.
Yeah.
I might like it. It probably isn't going to be that bad.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see how it feels to revisit this too.
I will say, if I do continue with historical fiction, leave some comments down below about like your favorite books or series. But bonus points if it's like classical era, like Greco-Roman, especially Greek, but like Greeks or Rome, sword and sandals vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure I know there's a ton of like Roman historical fiction. I see that all the time when I'm like looking up like Roman history books.
I began to read a lot of that too, so yeah.
So anyways, we're going to read that, Winter King over the course of July.
Yeah.
And maybe do another like kind of discussion video. And
Probably toward the end of July, start of August, yeah.
And talk about the next book and everything.
Yeah.
If it becomes popular, maybe we'll see where it goes from there. But
yeah, we can speed things up if obviously we get the views, but yeah. You're totally mercenary.
It's very mercenary. You gotta ease into
it.
Yeah. If maybe I'll like it. Let me know too what you think. If you've read it before, is Cornwell a good historical fiction author to start with? But I think I'll leave it at that, and then I'll probably have to get started with reading it. How many pages is it? 400 something? 500 something?
In that edition, probably. Yeah. My the one I have back home is probably 400.
Not too crazy. Yeah. And here's a cover for those who want to see that kind of thing. So there you have it. I'm going to read Winter King with Tim, and then we're going to talk about whether it was good.
Good or bad. Yeah.
So, all right. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, always remember, read victorious.